In just over 6 weeks, California voters will decide whether or not to recall Governor Newsom. Mail-in ballots will be sent out in a matter of weeks. All this happening on a compressed timeline. Our political reporter Greg Lee spoke with San Francisco's elections chief about the rush to get ready.
In a matter of weeks, Californians will be asked to answer these questions. Shall Gavin Newsom be recalled? And if so, who should replace him? As the governor and his opponents vie for voters' attention, John Arntz is working around the clock.
So right now we're very busy, and the busyness happened all at one time for this election.
Arntz is the director of elections for the county and city of San Francisco. Once the lieutenant governor set the date for the gubernatorial recall election, Arntz and other election chiefs statewide began staffing up and doing the work they usually have more than a year to do in a matter of weeks.
There's no need for a voter to actually contact us and request a ballot, because everyone will get a ballot automatically.
Like the 2020 presidential election, every registered voter will receive a ballot in the mail. Arntz said San Francisco will send them out starting on August 11th.
Due to recent legislation, each county must open as many in-person polling locations as they did for the 2020 general election. In San Francisco, that means 558. Staffing them is another question.
And we need about 500 poll workers still to join us for this elections process. And we still have a need for bilingual Chinese-speaking poll workers.
Early voting begins on August 16th at San Francisco City Hall, where stations complete with plexiglass barriers are already set up. Arntz's staff is busy confirming polling locations and preparing the system to tabulate and report results securely.
Election security is an ongoing matter. It's not just during the election cycle or election day, but during the cycle and election day, we also have other measures that are in place.
Arntz reminds voters even if they mark no on the first question, they can still vote for one of the 46 candidates on the second page. The state finance department finalized the cost of the election at $276 million. The legislature set aside $250 million to help counties with the expenses.
And San Francisco's cost are around $9 million. It doesn't mean that San Francisco is going to be reimbursed the full $9 million. This is impacting all the counties throughout California. And how much will counties be made whole from this reimbursement from the state? That's the question that's still unanswered.
Despite the compressed timeline and the long hours still ahead, Arntz reassures San Francisco voters the Department of Elections is ready for September 14th.
The ballots will be sent out, the polling places will be fully staffed, the ballots will be available, and if people want to vote, the ballots will be available to them in some form or fashion.
In San Francisco, Greg Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.